Music. This is not a dance between equals. It is a story of two spirits, one a walking quiver of sharp whispers, the other a master of the sleeping poison. If the quill pig's medicine fails, a journey to the spirit world is certain and swift. The air grows heavy. The quill pig's spirit is on fire. Every needle stands to salute the sky. This is a posture of war made perfect since the world was young. The challenger, a great Cape Cobra, flows like a dark river of trouble. The final dance begins. Music. His goal is simple: find one soft place to plant his venomous kiss. We see the quill pig's breath is steady, but his heart beats like a frantic drum. The river of trouble tests the defenses. He makes a false strike, a quick question to see how the quill pig will answer. The quill pig does not run. He pivots, presenting a wall of sharp goodbyes. This is not fear. This is the wisdom of the ancestors speaking. Music. The cobra's plan rests on a single hope, a moment when fear or tiredness opens a door. He is looking for a crack in a fortress that has none. The cobra's patience runs dry like a summer creek. He commits to the first real question of the dance. This is the first true test. The strike is a blow, a shadow's leap aimed at the quill pig's low-hanging head. This is the hunter's great gamble, his first and best story. The quill pig's answer is not to dodge, but to welcome the challenge. He tucks his chin, lowers his brow, and absorbs the blow like a wise mountain. The cobra's fangs, born to pierce skin, meet only a hard, unyielding wall of thorns. The spirit's whisper.
Wisdom has left him,
The first
and
strike
desperation
has
is
failed.
now his chief.
The quill pig's shield is 100% strong. This is a dance of life and a long sleep. The smallest wrong step will be the last for the attacker. The snake pulls back, tasting his own surprise. The quill pig's coat is not just for show. It is a collection of many sharp answers. We see the cobra look himself over, counting the cost of his pride. This first meeting has wounded the hunter, not the hunted. Here is the great riddle of this battle. The one who stands still holds all the power. The story of this fight has changed. The hunter must now find a new path, a new song. His strongest medicine, his poison, has been made weak by a better armor. The quill pig simply holds his ground, a living lesson in respect. His quills are a clear sign any more foolishness will be answered with much regret. The snake, his pride stinging, circles again, looking for a new way to the story. The quill pig's 360-degree argument turns with him a perfect pointy shadow. We are watching the way of the wise to be untouchable by standing still. A perfect plan of patience. Now comes the long wait, the slow, sun-beaten part of a great argument. Music. The cobra is a warrior of the quick moment, not the long, patient war. Now, his spirit is tangled, facing a riddle with too many sharp points, a terrible misreading of the signs. Music. He circles and circles, searching for that one stray feather in the wind. A moment of distraction, a gap in the thorn wall, a clumsy step. The quill pig says no every single time, a perfect turning mountain of defense. The story is at a standstill. The attacker's spirit fades 70%, then 60%. He is burning his life fire for nothing. This is the smell of desperation. The snake flares his neck, trying to tell a bigger, scarier story. The quill pig's wisdom does not listen to scary stories. It only understands the direction of the wind. The cobra lunges again, a wild, hopeless prayer. This time he doesn't even touch him. The idea of the wall is enough. Music. The quill pig shivers, rattling the hollow quills of his tail. This is not a boast. It is a song of warning, the sound of coming sorrow. We are seeing the cobra's book of plans with all the pages torn out. The fortress is perfect. His poison prayer is useless. His speed is a joke. His scary face dance has no power on this walking mountain. The hunter must now make a heavy choice: go home with an empty belly and a shamed spirit, or wager everything on one last wild all-or-nothing leap of faith. We see the snake's anger burn bright, a clear sign that wisdom has left him, and desperation is now his chief. The quill pig's perfect defense has forced the hunter to play his last card. The choice is made. Desperation leads the charge. This is the final throw of the bones. The cobra explodes from the dust, a final poison-filled strike aimed at the face. It is the last trick. He knows, a pure bet on being faster than his own fate. But the quill pig was waiting for this very moment when pride trips over its own feet. He does not back away. He does not turn. He charges. The quill pig unleashes his secret weapon, the backward dance of many regrets. Music. The cobra, already flying forward, cannot stop. He cannot turn away. The meeting is a heavy, terrible sound, like a drum full of mud, as dozens of quills find their true purpose. They leave their home on impact, burying themselves deep in the cobra's head, his throat, his body. These are not just needles. They are barbed hooks of memory, deep and full of pain. The dance is over. Music. His own poison is no medicine for this kind of hurt. The hunter has now become the hunted, wounded by his own foolish pride. A terrible trade has been made. The world is filled with a perfect, deadly stillness. Music. The battle was won, not by running, but by carrying a stronger, sharper truth. The land falls silent, but this is not peace. The quill pig, his fortress untouched, slowly lowers his spears. The defeated cobra twists a victim of his own hungry story, paying the price for life. Those quills are not just wounds. They are a promise of a slow journey to the end, delivered with perfect aim. They will wander through him, searching for his life spark, or bring the gift of fever and sickness. This is the story's hard, final, and true lesson, written in the dust for all to read.
The porcupine denies it every single time, a perfect.